My crypto portfolio is probably 95% gaming. I try to niche down in crypto because I want to understand what I invest in. And crypto gaming is very easy to explain to a random person if you want to explain them what Web3 is actually. Now, crypto gaming in general at the moment is super undervalued. It has a total market capitalization, I'm Dutch, so no, you know, of $12 billion. Although ICP is here as well with 2 billion, and I do feel like that's not really the case. So $10 billion, super undervalued. It's just as high as Dogecoin, right? So we know that it has a lot of growth. And in this video, I would like to go over 7 games on AVAX. Why AVAX? AVAX is a good chain. AVAX is a very fast chain and it's integrating a lot of crypto gaming these days. And we can see just lately how it went from like $8 all the way to $23, give or take. And it's not even the bull market yet. So if you feel like, hey, crypto gaming is an interesting play, but I don't know exactly what to invest in, you can also just look at the chains. But again, in this video, I would like to go over 7 games on the Arbitrum chain, which look very good. If you like the content already, like the content, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on. It's mostly about crypto gaming right here, but that's also mostly what's going to make us most money in the next crypto bull market. So we have to prepare right now. I also made a poll on my channel just 2 hours ago. So it's not like clear yet who is the big winner right here. But I asked like, what's the hardest crypto narrative for the next bull market? Gaming, AI, real world assets, DeFi or something else. And people are already voting big time for crypto gaming. So a lot of you guys already understand that crypto gaming is going to be huge. Gaming is already huge. Crypto is being huge, right? It's on the way to be huge. Yeah, it fits beautifully. So let's take a look at the 7 games on the Arbitrum, on the Avalanche chain. Yeah, I don't edit my videos, so you're gonna hear me fuck up, by the way, but doesn't matter. And I'm going to steal this content because AB, he made a very good thread about this, and I really like this. So I'm just gonna go over his thread, and if you feel like, hey, this is really interesting, go follow him, right? He has some good content about this. So let's dive into the first one. Now, according to him, this is the top 7, and the first one is Fable Born, a real-time strategy mobile Web3 game developed by Pixion Games. Fable Born is a strategic-based building game where players build bases, raid opponents, and compete against real players for rewards. Now, I love that it's mobile. I do think that most of the successful games are going to be mobile in the first place. Most people that do play games, they play it most on mobile. It's way easier than popping up your PlayStation or your computer and then go play a video game. Not everything has to be AAA. That's, in my opinion, also the reason why Nakamoto Games is ripping so hard, because they also have these smaller, addictive games. And I think that's going to be the hottest narrative right here. So as you can see at the trailer, it is looking quite addictive already. And the funny thing is, I'm not even a gamer myself. I like to play some games every once in a while, but I will definitely not describe myself as a gamer. But this is definitely something that I would waste way too much time and probably money on. That's also the reason why I'm not a gamer, because if I will be, then I won't have a life anymore. Now, this looks like something that will take my life. And that's something I won't use myself, but something that I will invest in myself. Now, the positive thing here as well is that most of these tokens are not even out yet, or they are just new. So you can be really early if you want to join this as an investor. Now, Fableborn already raised $7.8 million through VC investments like Big Brain Holdings, and Merit Circle even invested in them. Avalanche, that's interesting because Avalanche is, by the way, a launchpad on Avalanche. You maybe, I don't know if that suggests that maybe they will do their IDO. I've no idea, but follow these guys on their Twitter. Follow every one of these projects if you want to stay up to date with that, because that's the way to be early in these kind of projects. Number 2 on his list is Shrapnel. Now, Shrapnel is already out. It just released, and Shrapnel looks like, you know, the Call of Duty of crypto, right? It looks fantastic for a crypto game. This is definitely not bad. I remember the cool thing in the last bull market was that we had an Axie Infinity, right? And an Axie Infinity was basically leading the crypto gaming bull run. It was one of the first out there, and even now in this market, it went from $4 to $6 right here. So even Axie is now moving. But if you look at the previous market cap, it had a $10 billion market cap, probably even an $11 billion market cap. While I do think like, yeah, but is it like that fantastic compared to the games that we have right now, like a Shrapnel? Well, Axie and Shrapnel, two completely different type of games, of course, but the quality is way better these days. And yeah, then we can take a look at the Shrapnel market cap right now, which is Shrap. And as you can see right here, nothing, because it's not listed here. So we have to go to CoinMarketCap. Again, great for not editing videos. I just want to keep it real with you. Shrapnel has a current market cap of $42 million. Now, it has a fully diluted market cap of $500 million. Hey, but still, that's still 20 times as low as the Axie Infinity market cap was in circulation in the last bull run. That's the current fully diluted market cap. So when it comes to that, Shrapnel, purely price-wise, has a lot of potential to grow. It's quite new. It came out and it went to like 7 cents at the top. It went to around 22 cents. It's now sitting at 19. It looks like some kind of an accumulation phase right now. And that's the thing with new projects. You just don't know based on their price movement what their fair value really is, right? It could shoot up to a $500 million market cap in a couple of weeks, but it could also tank to a $5 million market cap. It really depends on how the game is adopted, because the game is, you know, the most important thing. Otherwise, nobody is interested in having the token, of course. But yeah, if you take a look at the token's price growth, it's 84% over the time that it came out, which is just a couple of weeks. It's performing really well. It's performing really well. And as you can see right here, the graphics, they look fantastic, right? The first blockchain-enabled AAA customizable first-person shooter video game owned by players. Shrapnel is an extraction first-person shooter with a focus on user-generated content and true ownership. And yeah, that's of course super important when you look at a game, and I think that this is definitely one that you should keep your eyes on, as this is, everybody is looking at an Illuvium right now, like the graphics, like fantastic, AAA, this, that, but Shrapnel on the low is definitely also something that can pop up in the same list. The next in the list is Off the Grid. Now, Off the Grid, this is something that is really interesting, and I'm definitely have my eyes on that. As he says, it's a groundbreaking blockchain-based game developed by acclaimed sci-fi director Neil Blomkamp and Oats Studios. Off the Grid is a cyberpunk-themed battle royale game created by Gunzilla Games, and their token is not out yet. It's about to release, and I think that the token is going to be called Guns, so keep your eyes on that. I don't know where the IDO is going to take place, if they will have an IDO, maybe they just release somewhere. I have no idea about that, but the only way to find out is follow these projects on their socials. And with Dr. Disrespect behind it, like a big name when it comes to gaming, super interesting. If you look at the graphics, this looks absolutely fantastic, when you compare this to Web 2 games. I cannot tell any difference right here. So this is looking beautiful. Let's skip a little bit. I have it in 4K right here. Look how this looks. So this looks really good. This looks like a game you can just get on PlayStation, right? So this is one that I'm definitely interested in to invest in whenever we can. Next one on the list is Pulsar. Pulsar is a massive multiplayer online real-time strategy game that combines real-time strategy elements and NFTs, allowing players to mine, build, and fight in real-time battles to become the ruler of Pulsar. Now, Pulsar also, when it comes to the graphics, this is all AAA, what you see right here, right? Let's go to the media right here. They had a pretty decent part of look. I mean, these graphics, like, looks beautiful what they're building on with Unreal Engine, like how these games are developed. But this is looking fantastic. Like crypto gaming, it is beautiful. I remember the 2021 bull run and the games that we had back then. Look, the thing is that crypto gaming is becoming a hot topic right now. But in the last bull run, of course, we could not have these beautiful games and these well-developed games because it just takes time, money to build something like this. So in the last bull run, all these developers were like, "Hey, okay, let's go with crypto." And now the time is right because now we are entering the bull run. They had time to build. So now when the time is right, the good stuff is coming out. And Pulsar definitely also one of them that I think could be really, really, really interesting. So, check all these projects, go to the website, check out if there are NFTs available, learn about it. But I think it's really smart to be an early adapter in these kind of games right here. Next one, the DeFi months. And yeah, as you can see, this is exactly Pokemon, right? Well, I don't think that I have spent more time on any game than Pokemon. Pokemon is something that is so accessible for everybody, young, old. It's super addictive. It's super addictive. And the DeFi months is basically creating that. Like, this is Ash right here. Like, it's super yeah, it's obvious, right? But they're creating that on Web3. Now, I always also look like, hey, who is following these guys? And some big names into the crypto space are following them right there. They are very hyped on their Twitter as well. And let's take a look if there is a website we can check out. Here we go. So the game is already playable on browser. It's soon coming to Android and iOS, which is of course exactly what we need. Like I said, everything has to be mobile, right? It has to be optimized for mobile. I think that once things start to do that, we will see the user growth like crazy, like crazy. So check it out. There also, by the way, have an open C page right here. So what can you get right there? Well, here we go. Apartments is what you can get, and I expected, by the way, also these monsters, but that's not the case right here. So of course, there is a lot to find out. Like, hey, what do you got to do with such an apartment? But yeah, they don't sell that for no reason, of course. So this is something I haven't looked into myself yet, but this is definitely something that as soon as I turn my camera off, I will be a couple of hours like checking this out because, like I said, Pokemon, crypto, perfect combination, right? Perfect combination. And we had such a project like NFT Champions that tried to do that, but this is actually it. This is actually it, and this could be a very big hit. Plus, it is on the Epic Game Store, which is, yeah, epic, man. So yeah, love it. Small piece of advice: follow the studios behind these games. In this case, they are very open about where it's created, so I didn't even follow them. But follow the studios, because if these studios ever come out with a token that powers all these games, for example, then it's maybe better to be an investor in these studios. And it's also a good way to just keep up to date, like, hey, what else are they developing? So the studios are even more interesting to me than the games themselves. Now, the next one, you might know it because Alex Becker was talking about it very shortly as well. And this was such a micro cap token that it completely blew up. So I cannot tell you, like, hey, we should buy this right now. But Domi Online was released by Polkastarter in 2021. Polkastarter was a very good launchpad. They, for some reason, are completely silent right now. So I don't know what's up with that. But Domi Online is a 3D MMORPG with no level or skill cap, allowing users to dominate the service. It's a play to earn game underpinned by NFTs focusing on the community and player driven content. And if you look at the quality of the game, it is actually really good looking. Now, if you look at the token itself, yeah, it came from far, of course, right? It came from, what was it, 29 cents? It's now 5 cents. So it's still far from that. However, I don't know what the market cap was back here, because usually these games and these gaming tokens have a big dilution. But if you look over the last year, you can just see how the price performed, right? It was sitting at 0.003 cents and it shot all the way up to 0.07. So it already dipped more than a 20x. Now, to buy into something that did a 20x, I don't know if like that is that smart. On the other hand, it is very good looking, and if we forget about this pump right here, it is sitting at a $30 million market cap with a 50 million fully diluted, so it's definitely not that bad. They are compatible on Ethereum, but also on the Binance Smart Chain, and of course Avalanche. So definitely go check it out if you are searching for a project that already has a token right there, which is still pretty low cap. They give a lot of information. Polkastarter made a very nice post about it, about all the upsides about the game. So definitely go check it out. In my opinion, we should let this cool off a little bit, and then look at it when the dust has settled. But yeah, no, the game itself, also way better than what we, have seen in the last bull run, and that goes for every one of those. Now, this one is a really interesting as well. Number 7, play meta dose. So, a next generation metaverse battle royale game inspired by Apex Legends and the movie In Time. It's a free to play to own game with a unique time as currency concept and high quality graphics, focusing on esports and player engagement. And what I think is really interesting as well is, if you look at them, you can see it right here on the Twitter. It's the next gen battle royale game with a time as currency concept, powered by Dose Chain and incubated by my favorite Seedify. So there is a very high chance that this project is going to release on Seedify. It's at least an incubation right there. So do check it out. But if you look at these graphics as well, definitely something that I would play. So these are 7 games in a beautiful thread that you should keep your eyes on, which are or new or not even out there yet, which could be a really beautiful early entry. So I hope you like the info. I hope you like the video. No credits to me, all the credits to this hero right here. I'm a follow him, by the way, because this was a beautiful thread, and I hope to see more of this kind of stuff. So guys, like the video if you like the video, sub to the channel, turn the bell notification on. See you soon.